What's up, guys? Willie Renshaw here. Today I'm reviewing Flatliners, directed by Niels, Arden, Oplev. This movie's about a group of med students who decide to kill themselves and see what the afterlife is like. Let's check it out. So Flatliners is a remake of the 1990 film, and I'm really hoping that one was much better than this one. This one is not very good at all. And I really tried to give this movie a chance. Based on the trailers, it didn't seem like the most interesting thing ever, but you can't judge a movie by the trailer. You got to go in and you got to see it for yourself. I think with a movie like this that kind of has a plot that's a little bit out there, I think it would have been helpful if it had characters that were pretty likable. Unfortunately, this movie just doesn't have any. The reason I don't think the characters worked well in this movie is because they're all medical students, and when I think of medical students, I usually think of people that are pretty intelligent. But unfortunately, the characters in this movie, even though they're med students, are not the sharpest knives in the drawer. Even if there were only a few groups of people who knew it probably wasn't the brightest idea to kill yourself and bring yourself back to life, I would imagine that medical students would be one of those groups. But it wouldn't be fair of me to criticize the movie from that standpoint. If that's a story they chose to tell, they are entitled to tell it. The problem I had with this movie is that the story starts one place and then goes in a completely different direction, and it totally lost me. Ellen Page is the first one of the group of medical students to flatline, and the reason she wants to do it is actually pretty interesting. She wants to do it because she wants to find out how the brain works after death. If that's the area where the movie would have chosen to stay, I think it would have been a pretty interesting movie. But instead, it becomes about all the students flatlining, and the reason they're flatlining is basically like they're taking a recreational drug. It becomes all about getting a rush and an altered state of consciousness and almost like superhuman-like abilities that come with it. I know this movie's a remake, and I never saw the original, so I can't comment on how good or bad that one was, but from what I've read, this movie does stay pretty true to that one, and I also saw on Rotten Tomatoes that the original didn't get particularly well reviewed either. And that makes me ask the question that if they were going to remake a movie like this, why didn't they try to do something a little bit different that might have made the story a little bit better? I don't know exactly what those changes would have necessarily looked like that would have made this movie better, but to me, it would seem like if you're going to remake a movie that wasn't particularly well reviewed, it's worth giving it a shot to make some changes that might actually make more people enjoy it. At the end of the day, I don't think this is a movie that anybody needs to go see. If you're really interested in it, or if you like the original, then I guess you might want to check it out. But for anybody else, even if you're interested, I would say wait till it's on TV or get it on Redbox or something. It's not worth spending money for, and there's far better ways you could spend your time. So with that being said, I'm going to give Flatliners a 3 out of 10. I would give it less, but there are worse movies out there. Alright guys, I think that's going to wrap up today's review. If you do happen to go check out Flatliners, be sure to leave a comment below and let me know what you guys thought. If you liked my review, feel free to check out some of my other ones, and also remember to subscribe. Till next time, take care everybody.